You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now, TSPN's Amador This Week's Out and About. I'm Mike Spence, TSPN TV. It's been 22 years since we've taken the cameras down here to Roaring Camp, and we are on the truck, and I'm making good friends with almost everybody here. How many people are from Amador County? Oh, hey, this is a local thing to do. We're here during the summer season, and we're hearing a talk by the driver all about the local wildlife, because this is the season for all the babies, for all the animals, and we're going down into the canyon from 3,000 feet elevation to 800 feet elevation, so we're dropping 2,200 feet, and we're on the back of one of 3 trucks, and the weather is just beautiful. Everybody's going to have a good time, I hope. Absolutely. Yeah, we're looking to have a beer at least at 800 feet. If we drop 2,200 feet, I think the ride down into the canyon is actually 1 hour in duration. So we're going to be bouncing on this truck for quite a while, and we'll get to know each other even better by the time we get to the bottom.
Absolutely.
I'll buy you a beer when I get you to the bottom. The Roaring Camp tradition is, something that Amador County is really proud of, and it's a long-standing tradition. We had gold mining at 1800 and 1850s, I should say, and we just went past the hangman's tree, which is a long tradition. We didn't have any judges or sheriffs in those days. We've got a great sheriff today, but in 1850 we didn't have any sheriffs, we didn't have any judges, so they just hung people from the tree up there. We went by hangman's tree.
Now that mountain that you see across there, we're going to get a lot better look at it, but we're actually in 2 different counties there. That mountain on the other side of the canyon over there, that's actually in Calaveras County, and we're over here in Amador County. Alright, we're getting ready to come up on marker number 1. By the way, you see the big thunderclouds, they're having lightning and thunder up country today. About every afternoon we see that, it all just kind of develops. Alright, now as we're pulling up here, gives you a pretty good view of the canyon here. Now that mountain across the way over there in Calaveras County, that's actually named Kimberly Mountain, which is named after my wife, who checked you all in today there in the office. Now if you look straight across that mountain on the other side of the canyon over there, and you look to the left over there where all the big rock croppings are, that's where the North Fork of the McCollum River comes into the property. You'll see that one mine site there, that's a big mine site with a lot of fractured rocks and stuff. That was one of the bigger mine sites on that particular side of the mountain. It's always amazed me on how many people mined a mountain that was so steep. I mean, if you were to trip off that mountain, you'd get to the bottom a lot faster than you wanted to. Probably chances are you'd be dangling on the top of a tree, because you'd be going shoulder, knee, all the way to the bottom, and you'd be flying. In fact,
we're at the halfway marker here, at least I'm hoping. It's an hour-long descent down into the canyon. We're at the Fountain of Youth. There's a natural spring that comes into the canyon. As you can see from some of Tommy's camera work, the steepness of the canyons coming down the road are just remarkable. And that's why there's so much gold still left in the McCollum Canyon here, because of that steepness of the terrain. It was hard to mine, and they had mines throughout those hillsides, but a lot of that gold is still in the canyon, and we're hoping to find some of it when we get down to Roaring Camp. And also listen to the Wicked Sisters. They're going to be providing some musical entertainment for us down there, so we're looking forward to going down and having a little bit more fun. The whole canyon here was actively mined from 1849 on, and there's so many stories, and I didn't want to interrupt the stories of our guide coming down the road, but we'll tell you more about it once we get down to the bottom.
Just kind of sit tight, and then we'll get you out of touch.
We're here at the bottom of the road here at Roaring Camp, and I'm with Patrick. He goes to Argonaut High School, right, Patrick? Hi. That's right. He's going to ring the bell for the next group coming down the road. We finally made it down on an hour-long journey to the Roaring Camp mining area. I think we're about ready to hear that welcome bell. Patrick, that was quite the bell, man. Oh, my ears are ringing. We're going to have some fun here tonight at Roaring Camp. Thank you very much for joining us.
All I want to do, I said, there you go, make my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. There you go, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it one time? There you go, put me right back in, right back in, right back in, and I know.
Wow, we made it down to the bottom of Roaring Camp. How about that? First time for everything.
Crazy.
I'm with my daughter Tori, Argonaut High School. She'll be a senior next year. And we've been talking about coming down to Roaring Camp for quite some time. We finally made it down here.
Yep.
What do you think of this place?
It's amazing. The McColmy is beautiful. Beautiful. Tons of wildlife.
The McColmy River is truly a gem here in Amador County. It's a resource that most people have no idea. We're so fortunate to have it right here in our backyard. This is where we live. And we actually rafted down the McColmy River last weekend.
We did, yeah, with the Foothill Conservancy and the oars, the rafting group.
Yeah, what a group. I mean, really professional guides, and we really had a blast going down in the rafts down that stretch of McColmy that they, of course, want to make wild and scenic. There's a lot of wildlife down here. This is truly a beautiful river.
Yeah, it should definitely be saved. Absolutely.
Well, that's her opinion because she's 17. I'm a little older. It's got to be a process, and everybody has to weigh in, and I'm sure it will be protected. That's certainly, you're right about that. It's certainly the way to go. So we're going to go up and have a nice barbecue dinner, and we're looking forward to a nice New York steak, right?
Yep. Well, I'm a vegetarian, but yeah, you can go ahead.
Well, Roaring Camp's got a little something for everybody, so let's go on up and have some dinner. I've seen it. Wow, that thing actually weighs a little bit there, huh? Oh, yeah. Where did you find this exactly? I want to know.
They have some piles of yard of dirt you can buy here and run it through the sluice. It takes about a week to run it all through, but that's how much gold we found this year.
So you're digging right up here out of the hillsides, and then you run it through the sluice.
And they run through the sluice, and then you pan it out, and that's what you find.
Do they charge you for the water like they did in the old days, $5 a day?
No, they charge you for the dirt.
Oh, for the dirt. They never charged for the dirt before. That's a new one. Okay, well, take it easy now. I'm just going to put this in, put that in my pocket. Those are beautiful nuggets.
President of Russia, are you?
No. Yeah, walking off with the Super Bowl ring there. Where are you guys from? Right here in the area?
We're from Merced County. We live in between Livingston and Atwater.
Oh, well, you come a little ways there. I'm sure you're enjoying the McColmy there. It's a beautiful spot.
We love it here. We come every year. It's a great place to come.
Great. Well, yeah, I'm sure you're looking forward to a little dinner. I can start smelling the barbecues going.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody getting hungry?
Yeah.
All right. We're in the back room here at Roaring Camp, and there you have a gem and rock and mineral display, and of course it's a back bar with animals. I mean, there are animals all over the walls here. This is an amazing place. There's a ring-tailed cat. It looks like it was from the 1850s. Quite the specimen, but that's the Chinese ring-tailed cat that they brought out here that was domesticated and kind of went wild in the canyon here. But they've got everything from beavers to lynx to Canadian wolf. I'm not sure where a Canadian wolf would come from, but they've got a great display of rifles. They have some gambling tables back here, and a little bit of history. This is just an amazing place. It probably hasn't changed in the 50 some odd years that it's been here. They've got a picture of the one and only bear, supposedly, that's been in the canyon. They only have one bear, supposedly, with all those berries as you come down the road. I can't believe that. We'll have to check into that story a little bit later. There must be more than one bear in the canyon. But this is an amazing place here, and there's a general store with a lot of things to buy. Hey, Patrick, how are you?
Well,
thanks for hosting us here tonight.
our pleasure.
It's nice and cool in here, nice and quiet. They're out there with the hot steaks, and we're in the nice, cool...
Well, you know, in about another 5 minutes, I'll be down there also with you guys because I have to season all those steaks.
Oh, everybody has to be down there for dinner.
All working,
Yeah, this is a huge room. You couldn't build anything like this these days.
This building was built back in '72.
Wow, this is quite the place.
It is. Quite the hangout. Everybody comes, plays pool, hangs out, plays cards, all that good stuff.
Oh, so I bet you there's been some card playing in this bar back here.
Oh, quite a few times, you could say.
I don't know, just an inkling. We'll have to check out some of the souvenirs. You have some T-shirts and hats and things.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do that.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Were these old mining pans up on the walls here?
Yeah, these are old pans that we've collected over the years.
What was your name, by the way? I hate to just chat with you without knowing who I'm talking to.
I'm actually Tammy. I'm a granddaughter of the owner.
Oh, hi, Tammy. Very nice to meet you. You got quite the place out here. We enjoyed that tour down the road. Everybody's having fun outside, listening to the Wicked Sisters. And boy, there are some old gold pans up there.
We've collected over the years. You know, been given or collected or found. You know, we're old miners' camp, so we have to all the old mine equipment, old artifacts here.
Well, the old bottles, I especially love those, and some of the pans, and those are actually frying pans over there, over the kitchen. Yeah, those probably can tell a story. A lot of old meals.
Oh yeah, lots of stories behind those.
A lot of people been fed down here at Roaring Camp.
Many years. Over 35 years we've been doing this. So
I mean, how many steaks are they putting on this whole? They must be.
Are cooking 136 steaks down tonight for you guys.
136 steaks, and they're cooking them all at the same time. How does that happen?
Many rows and many times around.
A lot of coordination. Tammy, thanks so much for hosting us in here. Look at these great T-shirts there. They got all sorts of things that say Roaring Camp. We should be especially proud of having Roaring Camp right here in Amador County. It's a gem, so to speak.
Yep, you guys put the safe and all the gold in there.
Oh yeah, there's a safe. I actually was talking to a few people out there, and they were showing me their nuggets, and they'd been mining in the dirt. They've been taking the dirt right out of the hillsides and finding some. Whoa! Look at all that.
All that gold actually came from right here in Roaring Camp. Both pans and all the nuggets up on the top.
Wow! Look at all these nuggets here on the top here, Tommy. Those are beautiful. I actually felt the weight of one of them hanging around a guy's neck out there.
Yes.
It really surprised me how heavy they were.
They are. They were from 5 pennyweight up to an ounce of gold. Ounce of gold, there's 20 pennyweight in an ounce. So.
Well, people always, they know how heavy gold is, but you just don't expect that heavy weight out of that small nugget.
No, you don't. You'd be amazed when you feel it, that weight of it.
When the miners were out here in the 1850s and up to 1900, they were just getting the flake and the dust, and they didn't really get a lot of the nuggets, but you really find the nuggets here at Roaring Camp in the McQuillan because of the steepness of the grade coming down the canyon.
Correct. And we also are, we're looking for new areas all the time. The guys out there testing new areas to find for our customers to come and
just climb up on the rocks here and say
hello
to you guys?
Find out just like that.
Hey, the Wicked Sisters. I'm here. I'm right here tonight. Let's go, Tammy. Let's get a pen and your careers really took off. Get on out there. Wasn't that amazing? Now you're playing here after dinner, though.
Sailing down the river.
Okay. Sailing down the river. What a beautiful river it is. That's the way they used to do it, right? Well, thanks so much for having us in here and listening to you. Provide some entertainment for everybody. There were a lot of people from Amador County on the truck. This is a local thing to do, and we have a local band.
Sweet.
Is that amazing? Lynn, Annie, and Kevin, the Wicked Sisters. Why don't you guys go ahead and take it away?
Thank you.
Okay.
Messing around and hurry back to our room. I said, come on back here, baby. might fall. The day is hanging heavy and the aching in your bones. Let's play like we're messing around and hurry on back home. I said, come on back here, baby, I have not had enough. Lay up here beside me and give me that sweet, sweet love. I want some kissing and some hugging and all that good, good stuff. So come on back here, baby, I have not had enough. Come on back, come on back, baby. Give me that, give me that, give me that sweet love. Messing around, messing around, messing around, late light. Messing around, messing around, messing around, late light. We're messing around. Nice, cat.
Roaring Camp, obviously, and Kim is behind the bar hosting us, but the real story, as the family that you can see here in this portrait, they just buried it was the grandfather, Elton Rodman, last December. Was that correct, Kim?
My father.
Your father and grandfather of the youngins, but your father, and he
passed away on February 1st of last year.
And he is buried way at the top of the mountain there, and he can see one side to China Camp and the other side of the canyon down to the McQuellamy, and looking down upon Roaring Camp, all the campers here and the river, and seeing this tradition carry on here in Amador County. He'd be very proud of the way that things are going to continue here, and that things are in good hands with Kim, that's for sure. If I get any closer to this fire, I'm going to melt, Rick. You are cooking potatoes, but you got to wear the long gloves, and that's serious business there.
It absolutely is.
You can't possibly cook potatoes for this many people that quickly without having some serious heat.
No, you can't. Five big pans like this basically serves about 150 people.
Isn't that amazing?
That's how we do the counting, you know. However many people, then we divide it by the amount of pans.
And this fire pit doesn't look like it's been touched in years. This must be the original pit.
Yeah, we've done a little repair on it, every once in a while, but no, it's built really tough. It's built tough.
This is built for some serious cooking there. I got to get out of here before I melt.
I don't blame you one bit. I'll be glad when I'm out of here.
Well, we've got some serious gold panning going on here. This is the real thing. Did you get that dirt up in the canyon?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think they dug that right out of the hillside up there.
Right from Caesars, brought on down, run through our bulldog machine, down to...
Excuse me, Crystal, make some room here. I want to get the nugget when it comes out of the water.
All right, this pan is designed by the Roaring Camp Mining Company. Don't turn it upside down and look at it, but it does have our logo on the bottom. Now, if you run your thumb around the top, you'll feel a little knob on the top. Run your hand around it. If you feel that little knob, that's the part you want to keep towards your belly button or under your thumb. That little knob tells you that this gold-saving pocket is on the exact opposite side of the pan. So just find that knob and make sure and keep it toward your belly. Now, there's not going to be enough room for all of us to work up here, so I'm going to do a quick demonstration and show you how this works. Do you see the knob?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
You need gold in your pan to do the real demonstration there.
Keep that toward your belly button if you use two hands, or under your thumb if you use one. Now what you're going to do when you get down the river, or if you work here, is put the pan in here and break that material up. Now down the river, you can put it on the river bottom, use both hands. Here, if you don't mind getting your arms down there, you can use both hands here and just keep breaking that material up. Now if you're wondering how deep the trough is, just take a step back and look. Now you keep grinding this material down until you feel it turns from mud into, let's call it a sandy gravel. Swirl it around a few times. When you can feel everything in the pan actually moving, then you're ready to pick the big rocks out. Now make sure you run your fingertip in that pocket down there. You don't want a big clod of dirt in there, because then the gold won't go in the pocket. It loses its purpose. Bring the pan out. Pick the bigger rocks out. Of course, take a look at them just in case there's a gold nugget there. Pick all the bigger rocks out. Now, I don't call these right here bigger rocks right here. These are the bigger rocks. And if you do find a gold nugget, by the way, it goes in this pocket right here. Now you put the pan back in the water.
You don't have a pocket?
No.
Oh, I'll help you with the nugget when you find it.
And at this point here, don't take the pan out of the water. Keep the pan in the water. Let the pan support the water. Support the weight of the pan. Let the water do the work. You swirl it around 2 or 3 times, then slough the top surface off. Do that a couple of times, then swirl it all back down below this second line here. Swirl it a little bit, then 1, 2, swirl it all back down. You increase the angle of the pan just a little bit, but you don't want to take the pan out of the water because you can feel the weight of that pan when you pull it out. That's just going to tear your back up. Keep the pan in the water and let the water do all the work for you. Swirl it around gently. 1, 2, another big rock. 1, 2, another big rock. 1, 2. You notice I increase the angle of the pan just a little bit each time. And keep going down until you get about this much material in the pan. At this point here, if you're right-handed, hold the pan in your left hand. Splash everything out. Clean the corners out a little bit. Tickle the rest of the rocks that are in there. Tickle them other rocks out. Take a look at them. Now you tap the pan 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now that's not a magic tack. The gold, which is 18 times heavier than the water and about 10 times heavier than the rest of the material in there, will go to the very bottom of this stuff along this line over here. So you 1, 2, 3. Then you slowly swirl that water around and swirl it around. It'll eat.
It's gold. It's not gold.
It'll eat all that material away. Now this black material you're seeing in here, that's the stuff your car is made out of. And the gold wants to hide, so it's going to be at the very bottom down here, if there's any gold. And look at there. Your guide got a pan without 1 flake of gold in it.
Oh, you got all the gold in your pan.
Somebody else has got all the gold. What a shame. Now, if you did have a piece of gold in there, let me check again. I don't see any gold in this particular pan. You know, if there's gold in every pan, they'd lock the top gates, probably. Check it one more time.
What's that big hunk right in the middle there?
That's not gold. The gold will, remember, the gold is 18 times heavier, so the gold would stay right up here at the top.
Okay.
No gold in this pan. All right. Anybody want to try it? Give it a try.
Krista, did you get all that? I mean, you've got a 4.5 grade point average. I mean, you should be able to just whip this out, huh? I want to see some flakes right away. Hi, Vicki.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Oh, look at this. This is a classic. I've got Brad Chew down here trying to find a gold nugget. When he's not working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, he's painting for gold. You're into it, Brad. I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Pretty good, thanks.
Chief of Staff at Sutter Amador Hospital. And you wonder where those hands have been, you know?
That's right.
The emergency room probably looks pretty good right now. Are you doing okay down there?
I'm just doing what he said to do so far.
Yeah, you gotta.
Oh, they're for life, right?
It looks a little murky there. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Yeah, it looked like he'd done it before, though. I mean, it looked like he had a little practice. Have you ever panned for gold before, or is this your first time?
Not officially.
This is the first official effort.
Yeah, kind of like this.
Well, I got all the faith in the world. I see Vicki over there. I think she said she didn't find anything last time, but she's got that serious look on her face this time. I think there's a competition going in the Chew family. We got Vicki down the river here, and she's got that intense look on her face. She's not going to let that nugget get out of that pan. Brad's looking pretty competitive here. Stay at it, Brad. With Jeff, and I don't know, Brad, these 2 flakes of gold. Tommy, can you get that with the camera? Yeah, I didn't think you could get more than one, but look, you got 2 nice ones there. Those are pretty good. This design of the pan is actually patented by the Roaring Camp family here. That this is a NASA, special plastic material. They patented the design that catches the gold there, so it seems to be working there, Brad.
Yeah. Hey.
I think you could take a week or 2 off of the hospital. Get a vial.
Weekend. Yeah.
Chet, you're an engineer. What do you think?
I don't know if there's that much gold in there, quite frankly.
You're probably thinking we need a big backhoe.
We need a big backhoe. We need some big nuggets. So.
Yeah, big equipment, big nuggets. Let's go to Alaska, guys. Roaring Camp. Look at this group over here. Most people from Amador County, and the kids especially. My daughter, I mean, there are kids in Amador County who have not even been down to this location, and people come from all over the world to come to Roaring Camp, and we just got to get everybody down here locally. This is a fabulous place, and what a great venue. Well, this is what it's all about here. We've got New York steaks for 130 people here, all being cooked at once on this grill. That is they got this down to a science. That's quite a process. Look at that. That's incredible. He's brushing some butter on there. These are going to be good. Everybody's looking forward to dinner, that's for sure. And we've got the deep fried bread behind us here. Oh my God, look at that stuff. And that is so delicious. I'm calling it deep fried bread, but what is it actually called?
Deep fried bread.
Deep fried bread, yeah. That was, oh my gosh. We don't need the fish and chips when we got that. Look at that, it's beautiful. Well, Patrick, I guess we're going to ring this bell again in a little bit, huh?
Hi.
And what's that going to mean? That means the steaks are ready and we're going to have some dinner. Lisa, get along. Time to eat at Roaring Camp.
Missing your love like a bitter cold winter. Missing your love like a bitter cold winter. Settles in your bones when you didn't invite us to stay. Something in the pain has a comforting feeling. Something in the pain has a comforting feeling. Memory tries to bring the past back to today. And I wish you could have stayed, but there's power in the way. One life to another, and you gotta have faith. Moving one to the other, yeah, there's power in the way. I'm missing your love like a hot summer's evening. Down by the creek we were playing hide and seek. Now I'm missing your face and the smile and the light in your eyes. Your face and the smile and the light in your eyes. I'll bide my time till you're right here by my side. And I'm ready for the ride. And there's power in the way. One life to another. And you gotta have faith. Moving one to the other. Yeah, there's power in the way. Yeah, there's power in the way. And you gotta have faith. Yeah, there's power in the way. And you gotta have faith. Yeah, there's power in the way.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. Amador This Week's Out and About has been proudly brought to you by Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort.